Okay, I'm up here in the mountains, San Gabriel Mountains, in an undisclosed place. This one's gonna remain a secret. We're up here at Oliver Justice had a mine up in the Narrows, and Oliver Justice, I'll try to put a picture of him in here somewhere and some information about him, but Oliver Justice had a cabin up there, if you know where Backpacker Dave's stone shelter is. Well, those stones were made out of the remains of Oliver Justice's cabin. I don't agree with what he did. He only moved them 30 feet, but he took out a historical monument to build his thing. The door to Backpacker Dave's, that was Oliver Justice's actual door. Well, he had a mine back there. He had a second mine. And, well, I'll let him tell you about it.
So this is preceding the mines up in the Narrows. This is considered one of the best claims in all of the lower part. This is somewhere down near the bridge that goes from the main road onto the East Fork Road. And anyways, this he had the only claim that was actually on the I don't know what you call this, the main part of the river. It's not the North Fork, it's not any fork. So
the merging of.
Yeah, the merging of. And I'm thinking that he probably moved up to the Narrows when he heard that the pickings were good up there. Supposedly he had the best claim up in the Narrows. There was another guy named Dr. D.K. Purdy, and those two guys had the best claims. But this one, I've only partially checked it out. There's one mine I've been inside of, and I think there's more on top. When we get up there, you'll see that there's some initials that are probably 50 feet above the mine. I can't really narrow it down to exactly what it says, but I think it says OJ, so we'll see what happens.
And when he was working this claim, he was friends with...
Oh yeah, so he was friends with Colonel Dave Buell, and Dave Buell's mine was also, that was a big money claim. He had like some big backers, and Dave Buell, you've probably seen Alan's videos of Dave Buell's flume tunnel that supposedly it never worked, but I hear that it did work for a short time. It's not a gold mine, it's a tunnel that went through the mountain to bring water from the North Fork into the East Fork, and he got into all kinds of trouble. He wasted other people's money, and then he ran off to Mexico supposedly. But yeah,
we're gonna go up here and...
Yeah, so we're gonna climb up here and we're gonna check it out.
And I'm sorry, but this is one of the ones that is not well known, so we're gonna leave it that way. It looks like they followed this vein right down to the mine. So there's one mine. We're gonna go up and check that out, but first we'll check out this mine. Yeah, right into the solid rock.
Yeah, it's a really solid mine. There's no cave-ins or anything.
Full of water.
Is it really?
For a while. Hey Bear. Hey, how you doing?
I didn't even see any water last time.
Get the lights out. Yeah, there is blasting holes everywhere. Look.
Yeah, there's one up there, one there.
This is a gold mine, or what kind of mine?
It's a gold mine, yeah. And you can see the vein coming down straight into the tunnel. Look at the back. It's about 6 more blasting holes back here. Whoa, more than that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
There's one down there too. And one there too.
Wow.
11 blasting holes. Look how deep that one goes.
Yeah, but these, I was almost gonna say these are like pick marks, and they might be. Yeah, this one does. This one looks like a pick
Yeah,
mark.
look at that. These are pick marks. Here's another one. Look up here, they started drilling too.
Yeah.
There's some quartz or something here.
So this may not even be the main mine. I think the main mine might be up above, but
So right now we're down below it. We're gonna go up.
I don't know for sure that that's the case. Because I tried to get up there once and it was kind of sketchy.
It is warm in here.
Yeah.
You can spend the night in this mine easy. No, and the rats and mice. Those are mice. I don't think those are rats. Those are rats. That's Yeti. Here's some initials or something painted up here. Now, he's climbed up there, and it's not spray paint, right?
No, it's painted with a brush, and it's really old.
Really old, and it looks like an O and a J. Maybe Oliver Justice. It could be. Who knows? We may never know, but we know for a fact this was his mine, correct?
It's his claim, and sometimes miners would, you know, if they patented a claim, they could lease it out to other people. So we can't say for sure that. I would say probably 90% sure that Oliver Justice mined here, but you know, we can never say for sure. There's no record of this mine.
We're gonna try to get up here. It looks like there's another flat up there and another one out here we're gonna check out. Look at this slick rock face we came up. Kind of sketchy right there. And now we gotta go down. We're gonna go down that. But you know, going up. I think we can get up right there pretty easy.
I would try to the
right through the bushes, just directly through. Shoot for that big yucca.
Only thing I was worried about last time is getting back down. There's kind of a lip right there, but we'll give it a try. I think yeah, you're right. That's the way I would go, through those bushes.
There's another blasting hole down there. Up here we found, he found a nest. How many eggs was it?
Oh, this is definitely a road, man.
Like 7 eggs. One's unhatched.
Definitely a road.
We are on what's left of a road up above it, and there's a big old clearing over here. If there's gonna be a mine, I think this is where we're gonna find it. A second mine. There's another. I bet you it's right over there at that. I'm definitely going up a tailings pile. Here, look at this. I think it's right there in the dip. The dip. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, this might have been where the mine was. It might have been a slide. But we're gonna keep checking around.
I'm thinking we're on a tailings pile. It's definitely a tailings pile, and I'm thinking that this rock all collapsed onto the mine. It was probably right here somewhere. Yeah, you can see like an ore vein going straight down into there.
But we're gonna go up above it, up there, and try. And
you are?
well, we can get in over here. Look,
I guess.
we can go right down through there. I think.
Okay.
Get around that yucca.
Yeah, we could go look. Hey, look at that building over there.
Well, we're following what we thought looked like a foot trail, but this is what it came into. So.
Yeah, it looks pretty mucky back there.
There's the mine down there where we believe the mine is. All those tailings, it's there, it's just buried.
That's definitely a mine. I come up here with a shovel sometimes.
You can see remains of a road. Let's see, from where we are right now, you can see remains over there, look. But there it's gone. It just dropped off. You touch this stuff and it flakes off. But we were trying to get up here where it picks up. But it's just all gone.
It does look like another flat area.
Yeah.
From this angle it does.
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe there's another one up there. The vein goes all the way up to this point.
I think I might try to crash through the... You can get through here without any bushes. Over here.
I'm hung up.
FLA something. FLA, oh, Flash. FLASH.
Flash. The Flash. Ah!
Okay.
We're gonna go for the crest. We might as well. We're right here.
You can see that. That's that road your friend was talking about, I think.
Yeah, I think it is.
It's way up there, man.
Yeah, we might not get the crest. We're gonna get the sun. We're gonna go and get the sun, see what we can see. Here's another flat up there. What looks like it could be the mine, and that makes sense with all the tailings here. But that's what you're looking at, and you touch that stuff, and that whole face is ready to go. It looked like some pictographs over there. I'm not sure. I took some pictures. I'll let you guys decide. But that flat right there, only way would be come from the top, and we're about out of time. So we're gonna start down. Might have been something for the road. Some kind of a pipe here. It's been torch cut too, huh? Yeah, it's been, no, it's broke.
Yeah, but feel the inside, it's not hollow.
Look at that. There's some cable. Inch and a half cable. Two of them, 2 loops to a cement slab. Probably some more working is right here. We can't get back there. Those are all those 1-inch thorn bushes. We're gonna go down this gully and try to make our way up. There's another blasting hole. Here's this level area where we were now. We were up there, and the other flat is above this one. So it could be another one up there. This one also could be something that just caved in. We don't know. May never know. Pretty neat though. Look at how steep that is, and look at all the water coming off that rock. We came down that. I probably tore the butt out of my pants doing it, I think. Sanding it down. We're almost down though to the riverbed. This rock. Show them the pick mark. There's a pick mark going right here. That pick mark. Look at that. All the way through.
Get a shot of where we just came up.
Look at, there's where we went up. Went up that, over there, and then up there. We're up on the second one. That third plateau is way up there, near the top. We still have a ways to go. We probably got about another 200 feet to the river. Look at this. Obviously, at one time that water level was up here, because look what it brought up here. Cross stream here. There's a sign way up here.
mess. It was Swiss mess.
Let me get out my light. Oh no, I don't think we need it back there. I can see light against it.
Yeah, it's not that strong. It's cool. It's cool.
Shine the light down that water.
I got a metal bar sticking up.
Shine the light down that water. See any fish? No.
You can tell not too many people come in here because there's hardly any graffiti at all. You got a shot of that opening.
This is almost like the one that goes under the shoemaker.
Yeah, but this one's a lot shorter. It's cool though. Like these doors on the other side. This one's way taller than the shoemaker.
Here's a big pool of water up here. No newts or anything. Whoa, what's back here? Something back on the ground.
This is a tall tunnel, man. I don't know why they made it this tall.
The amount of water coming through probably back then was incredible.
Yeah. Huge thing was built to keep all the debris out of here. That's great. Never seen anything like that. It really works too. Keeps everything out. So that's the gate right there. Just walk straight up there. This must have been built in the 1930s. Look at these metal.
Some mountain lion prints. And look at, you really can't tell, but it looks like, I know it's not, it looks like a crop circle. It's really neat. You get dry dirt by wet dirt. Really neat. See what it looks like from above. But show you something that he found a while back, and this one, I'll give you guys a hint. I won't tell you where it is, but I'll give you a hint to make it fun for you. But look what we found. An old storage shed or barn, still standing to this day. I'll let him tell you the history on it as far as he's researched it. Wabbit twap. Okay, here's a land marker. See that water tank? Let's see. Give me, get a little closer. This would be visible on Google Earth. And I'll tell you where to look. Give me a minute. And then of course you got the low lives that come up here and put their scribble. An old white wall tire. That looks like a trailer. It is a trailer. Look. How's about a set of white wall tires? And a bright orange pair of pants. Look at that. An alien hand.
Pretty cool, man. You can find a lot of stuff back there. There's like old broken up road. Like
What's that shed over there? Just another...
That, I think, was some kind of electrical vault. And then I'm going to show you another road where there's 2 water tanks and a grave.
Oh, tell them the history on this as far as you know it.
I don't know much history on it. I think that this was probably, it looks like a barn, but it's not. It looks like they had machinery or something in here to build the Shoemaker Road. That's my guess. This is a water tank. That's probably a electrical power vault. And I'm going to show Alan a grave of what I think is a firefighter that got killed. But he's probably like a prisoner down at Camp 19. And that's about all I know about it.
Tell them about the lost gold over there across the road.
Oh, yeah. So the fire camp down here, which is actually a prison camp, there in 1800s, I don't remember exactly the year, but there was a stagecoach robbery way out in Claremont, and 4 guys robbed a stagecoach, and they got chased by a posse, and they went up Baldy Creek. And they split up. 3 guys went somewhere, and the other guy went towards the East Fork, and he came down East Fork, and where they finally caught up to him was right here at the fire camp. It's called the Julius Klein Fire Camp, and they shot him dead, but they say that he buried his gold somewhere in there. There's a lot of people who want to get to that gold. There was $30,000 in gold which back then, so imagine how much that is today. So I have an idea where it is, and I don't think it's in the fire camp. I think Alan might know too. He found a skull there.
I'm looking every time I come up.
Come up and risk my life.
He's got a collection of artifacts the same as I do.
I got some weird stuff.
So do I. I have vintage tackle boxes full. Remember I told you I look at vintage tackle boxes?
Yeah, you were saying like when you die, like nobody's gonna know what it is and they'll just throw it away. That's probably what was gonna happen to me too. Now look at, show this rock. See if anybody can identify it.
Now he found this. He did not buy this, and it's quite heavy.
I found it out in the desert, way out in the desert.
Turn it all the way around. Look at that.
Purple.
Does anybody know what that is?
Reflective. Look at that purple thing. The moon rock. And it's heavy.
So he's going to tell you a story in a minute that's very interesting, but we got to look at these quick first. And there's a grave right there.
I didn't see that paper hanging on it before. That's new. What's that say?
It looks like it's in Korean, maybe. From this side, I don't know. No. What is that?
It's like a happy face.
Oh yeah.
What the hell?
Who knows? Some clown.
So this guy, so there's a grave up here, Donald J. Koch. I tried to look him up because it gives his birth and death He was born in '57 and he died in 2012. I don't know who he is, but I tried to look him up online. The only thing I could come up with is this prisoner. And I'm thinking that maybe this guy worked as a volunteer firefighter, got killed in a fire or something. That's all I can come up with. The guy looked like a real thug, but give him a decent burial. And,
so this one we can tell you where it is. I'll give you a hint. We'll not tell you where it is, but I'll give you, if you are frequenting the area and you know the area, here's something for you to go by. See that water tower over there? That's the water tower at the end of the road above the old so-called two-story, actually three-story, there's a garage, green building above what the camp there is. PHARRAOH.
yeah, follows camp.
Above PHARRAOH's camp. I've gone there, I've climbed down that water tank. That house is full of rat crap, otherwise I'd spend the night in it.
It's bad.
And let's see. Over here you got the canyon that you look at. Looks like a dinosaur's gonna come out anytime. That's on the east side of the road. And we are above the Shoemaker. So that'll give you a rough idea of where we are. And oh yeah, there's one more thing. There's a helicopter pad over there with a big what's that?
Camp 19.
That cross, that cross from the middle. What are those crosses called? Special kind of cross.
Call them, Iron Cross or Maltese Cross, something like that.
Yeah, they used to be on the back of choppers in the 70s on a sissy bar all the time.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I used to see those when my dad was driving. So you got that there.
Iron Cross, I think it is.
You got that chopper pad, you got these water tanks, and you got this barn, this water tower. You can see it from Google Earth. So there's your, there's a sign over there. See that? I wonder what's on that.
Yeah, what does that say?
I don't know. It looks like you read it from the back for some reason.
There's graffiti on the back, but I don't know what it says in the front.
It'd be interesting to see what's on the front. There's a trail. There's a trail. It's all washed out though. But there's something for you to shoot for if you want to come check this out. Just leave the spray paint cans at home.
Yeah, definitely.
Matter of fact, throw them in the trash. Okay.
So somewhere around here is PHARRAOH's camp, which was ruined by a flood. But it was the oldest. There's a big stone building. It was the oldest building in the San Gabriel Mountains. It's a total wreck now. But that's
where the pool table is.
Yeah, there's a pool table inside. There's a big. It looks like it was once a really nice building. It has a big fireplace. Had like a kitchen in the back, and
showers across
also,
the trail.
Interestingly, there was a tiny little museum. It was the Sedley Peck Museum, and he kept all his little memories there, and I hope they didn't get washed away. But Sedley Peck was the historian of this. He was a miner, but he was also a historian. He kept really good. He was like a really educated guy. He went to Harvard, and his grandson was Billy Heaton, and so he kept track of everything that was going on in this canyon. He used to give lectures. You can find them on YouTube. And he was friends with Ralph PHARRAOH. Ralph PHARRAOH had TB, was given 2 months to live, and he moved here because he heard that there was like miraculous
healing
recovery thing, I don't know, but he started this camp and he lived for years, and it was a pretty big camp, and there was a guy named Roberts who was a miner who opened a store, and you could pay with gold for your purchase items. And he noticed there was a lot of gold coming from across the stream from this other claim from a Ferguson guy. And they got in this big war. They were the first two big hydraulic miners. So they tore up this canyon, but they got a lot of gold. It's a pretty interesting place.
You can still see scars from their hydraulic mining. Just past the third turn when you going in from Heaton Flats parking lot, the East Fork parking lot, before you even get to the trees, on the third turn on the west side, you can still see all kinds of scars from the hydraulic mining.
So if you want to know any history on this, just look up
Sedley Peck.
Well, you can look up, most of the information comes from Sedley Peck, but it's all recorded in John Robinson's books. That's where he got most of his information. But this one came from East Fork Mine, or yeah, Mines of the East Fork. So he's like a really good resource. He just died this year, last year. But yeah, he was like a really well-loved guy. Wrote all about hiking in the San Gabriels, mines in the San Gabriels. He knew everything.
I have a video where I met that guy in a book signing.
Wow.
And I gave him a Leatherman. He goes, you know, all these years everybody's wanting to get something from me. You're the only ones ever given me anything.
Nice. Yeah, he was pretty old. He was like in his 80s.
No, I think didn't he hit 90? I think he hit 90.
Was he? Wow.
I think so.
Yeah, that guy was a really good resource. And he did these write-ups, these books, before there was any internet. I don't know how he got all this information.
I'm on the internet for the Baldy. If they, in the springtime, if they need rattlesnakes relocated out of their yard, they email me.
Wow.
And I go up and I talk to the people, and I was talking to a guy in the second house on the Ice House Canyon, and he said Robinson actually came and knocked on his door.
Whoa.
Back in the 80s. Asking to see through family books and hear any stories.
That's the only way I can think of that he got that stuff. You can't get this out of the library. I mean, some of it you can if you go digging into their archives. Like for the last mine that we saw, that came from an old old hand-drawn plat map from the 1800s, and that was found in a library.
And that map is dated 1872,
and
it's by David Buell.
Well, yeah, David Buell wrote it and hand dipped it in pen and ink
and drew
wrote it.
And that's how
it was. Not just his mine, not just Buell's. It's like a plat map, but it has all the big six, all the prime properties, and one of them was Oliver's. So, and then later, Oliver moved up to the Narrows. He was supposedly the most successful guy. There was another guy too, this doctor, what was his name? I don't know. They had the two big properties up there. And there was a camp above that, 2 miles above it, and a camp below that.
I'm going to go up there and do a history on it pretty soon. Show all these places.
It's good stuff. This is a really interesting place.
Living eternally in the hearts of loved ones. Dorothy Jean Wells, 4103. In memory of Jerry State John.
Clean and sober.
1938 to 2006.
Former alcoholic, and look at these. Those are all chits from his sobriety.
His sobriety chips were in there.
Yeah, and then there's another memorial right here. So all these circles were supposed to be filled up eventually. I think that's what they intended.
Right on.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So they put these crosses in kind of hidden locations. They're all along the canyon. And there's one more over there. Oh, sweet swimming pool that guy's got.
Okay, this is Nugget Alley here. It's Nugget Alley, and let's see. There's the bridge, Cow Canyon Bridge. So down around this corner, there's Glendora Ridge Road. I'm standing on Glendora Ridge Road. So right around that red car is at the bend. So a mere 1,000 feet, maybe a little more up. You look down at the edge of these pines, and right where there's a yellow tree, like a V, there's a mine right there. Let me show you. This one only goes in about 10 feet.
50 feet up. I think it's about 15 feet deep.
Let me see.
You can get a better view of it a little farther up.
Right there. I'll show you it from the bottom. Stop at the bottom. But right across from that, on Glendora Ridge Road, at the beginning of, you got the gate, first retaining wall. Right across from there is another mine. We don't know the names of any of these, but there is one downriver that he does know the name on, and I'll let him tell you about that one when we get to it. But I'm gonna go up and check this out.
50 feet deep, it's you can't stand up in it. And way at the back, there's like a mattress. Some bum has been sleeping in there, but it's a pretty cool mine. It's 50, maybe 60 feet deep.
So it goes back about 60 feet. There's really nothing to see. Little berms, but
pretty straight mine. And then at the back, there's some guy's mattress. He's been sleeping back there.
Someone's been sleeping in this one. But there's that one. So we're just showing you stuff that's up here that you pass right by every day, that you come up here and you don't even know it. Look at this. How far off the road are we? 8 feet up off the road?
8 feet.
About 8 feet up off the road on the east side.
Across is,
directly across from that other mine. And right at the beginning of the retaining wall. You have the gate there. Come around Glendora Ridge Road. Cow Canyon down there. Come up the gate, past the gate. First retaining wall, right across the street.
I'm seeing a possible another one up farther up. That might be nothing.
You gotta watch out when you're crossing this road because there's a bunch of Fast and the Ferocious wannabes. About 4 or 5 of them just passed us. Here's that experimental forest up there. That's the one you get to from that road above the old fire station. One of these days I'm in hammock king up there. One of these days. I've been saying that for a dozen years. Okay, across the road over there, you're gonna get a glimpse of it just for a second. Let's see, just past this yellow tree. There we are. Let's see. There's another mine. And that one's known as the what?
Happy Day Placer Mine.
And what else? Do you know anything about it?
Yeah, I don't know anything about it except there's a gold mine. Why they call it a placer mine, I don't know. But it only goes in for about 10 feet. And for some reason they started digging a hard rock mine. It's very mysterious. But I'm not sure whether it's on private property or not. There's a ranch right across the stream from it. Right here. Hudson Bay. And I'm not sure whether they own the water rights. So, but it's easy to get to. You just go right to this bridge. And then right after the bridge,
Hudson Bay.
Across this rock wall down into the canyon. You can see a water pipe down in there.
Yeah.
And then it's maybe a 3-minute hike. Very easy to get to.
So if anybody knows,
you have to park a little bit far away, but
so if anybody knows anything about the Happy Day placer mine, let us know in the details. Wait, so he has a. Oh, sorry. Wait. So he has like a blog of lost mines, Mine Finder. And go ahead.
Yeah, you can just find it at secretmines.com. I'll never know as much as Alan does about the East Fork, but yeah, I go around and find some old mines, and maybe you might want to check them out.
Even in the desert, even Pasadena way, and all over the place.
They're everywhere.
What was that canyon over there by where you live?
We've got Las Flores. We've got the Dawn Mine is in Millard Canyon.
But the Las Flores had how many mines in the Las Flores?
So far I've counted 10. It's a really heavily mined. They call it the haunted forest, but yeah, there's a lot of mines back there. And what else? There used to be some mining in Eaton Canyon, but it was more placer mining. There's a tunnel back there, but it's a water tunnel. And I don't know. There's a lot of stuff back there. It's fun.
But I'll put a link to his underneath in the details.
Yeah, so just go to secretmines.com and check it out.
Well, thank you. Thanks for coming. Thanks
All right,
for showing
you got
me
it.
this.
You got it, man. Good meeting you.